Good morning, y'all. It's your girl, Queen Queasy, the flyest chick, out the 504. I'm having my morning tea. I know some of y'all was asking me what teas am I drinking from the Goddess Collection. It's a herb called Mai Tai, and it's a herb called Baby Boomer. They had gave me 3 herbs. Mai Tai, Baby Boomer, and No More Anxiety. This is supposed to help with my lupus. So that's why I had got the tea. Like I said, when I started it, like the first week I started the tea, I didn't have much of an appetite, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have much of an appetite. And then when you do teas like that, when you're trying to reverse a disease, you got to eat really, really clean. Like you got to eat fruits and vegetables, an alkaline diet. And that's something that I was struggling with too, because like I said, this is not my first time kind of doing or consuming herbs just for my health or whatever. So I'd be half and half scared because I know a lot of this involved fasting, and I fasted before and got really, really sick. So I try to like balance it. I'm gonna say with like, I do eat food. Maybe I'm not eating maybe 3-course meals. Maybe I'm eating 1 time a day. Maybe I'm snacking. So I have like cashews, sunflower seeds. It's like an addiction at this point. Pecans, like things of that nature. I do my tea. I still got to take my lupus medication earlier in the morning, and then I start consuming my teas or whatever. But I just wanted to kind of let you know about my tea journey, because I know some people in the comments had asked. So I also have She Hustle merch. I don't know if you guys know, but in 2021 I started selling t-shirts, and I started this brand called She Hustle, just about the entrepreneur woman or just the girl that's gonna get it by any means. So if y'all want to support me, DM me, and we'll have some shirts. I got some shirts. Don't y'all love that font? And then the hustle, the S, and hustle is like a money sign. Anywho. And also my last thing about the teas taste. If you ever had herbs before, you know that they aren't the best tasting things. Y'all just hold on 1 second. Let me take these tea things out. So yeah, I'm drinking tea this morning. I guess what helped me with the taste of it is I take a fresh lemon, I cut it, and I squeeze it inside of the water. You got a barrel of water. I put mine on like spring water. You got to get like 2 cups of spring water, and you barrel it. I put it like at 3 minutes in the microwave, and then you got to have these little things. I had to purchase these on Amazon. This a whole promotion about the tea, y'all. I'm coming with my story. But these the little things, and I put the herbs inside of this. I stick it in there, and then I let it sit for 10 minutes, and then I just drink it. And I drink it with some just regular water because the taste is bitter. But my goal is to like just chunk it, just get it in my system. So I don't be wanting to play, y'all. I'll be like, this shit not that good. Get it over with. Like, y'all know how Theraflu be tasting? That's kind of what this little mix is. And like I said, I have to alternate the herbs. So I'll do Mai Tai and Baby Boom, or I do Mai Tai and No Anxiety, or I do No Anxiety and Baby Boom together. So I got one more little gulp, and then I'm done. That water tastes good. All right. So today, I want to talk about in my NBA young boy mama voice. The truth, the truth hurting. I'm gonna say during these last 3 days, few days since everything took place on Instagram, I'm gonna say it's been stressful, but not like super stressful. And that's how I know I've grown a lot as a woman. Just because like when stuff like this used to happen to me, girl, I used to be bawling in tears, angry, upset. I'm just so calm. And it's frustrating. And I think I'm more frustrated about the inconvenience of it all. Like all the things that I had to go do in order to like, you know, kind of deal with all of this. So like I said, the topic at hand is the truth hurting. I'm going to tell you one thing that really upset me and frustrated me during this journey is the lack of support and the lack of accountability that I received from my family. But like I told y'all in the last video, it's kind of been like 85% everybody kind of just, you know, supporting me. But I just kind of wanted them to actually take the steps to do the things to, you know, get the proper help or, you know, for this to stop. I just always remember as a child just being like, how the hell can people witness these children go through this and like not try to protect them or not try to save them? But then this like all this stuff that took place on Instagram opened up a even bigger like can of worms, y'all. That's why I say my last couple of days has been crazy, because the truth hurts. A lot of the things that probably was said opened up wounds, you know, all the secrets that they try to, you know, what you call that, brush under the rug is coming out. But I'm gonna say this, I will never, you see how the light's shining on me, I will never not speak my truth. I just try to go about it in a way that I don't disrespect anybody, but that I'm still being true to myself or whatever. I've been on this spiritual journey for some years now, and I'm not about to stop my progression to like save somebody's feelings or to make somebody feel okay with like, you know, messed up decisions that they decided to make. You know how the truth will set you free. I feel like I freed myself. I a long time ago shared with my family all the sexual abuse that I had experienced, and I felt like it was hindering me. I felt like I could never just meet the things that I desire because I was harboring so much pain in the inside of me. And you know, they say like stress and pain that really cause diseases. Even though I think birth control was like, it was like the birth control, it was like the stress, it was how I was eating, and then eventually I had got diagnosed with lupus, because I'm the only one in my family that got lupus, and I just know I'm not supposed to have it. Like I just know this wasn't something that I was born with, right? So that's why I always felt like this ain't for me. But I'm gonna say this: when I got diagnosed with lupus, it really opened my eyes up. That I was people pleasing, that I wasn't really taking care of myself, and I was doing a lot of different things that was harming me mentally. And when I got diagnosed with the disease, I kind of took a step back. That bring you back to the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Once you see things in a different lens and you go through experiences, you can't look back. One of the things, the Bible verse is, and I don't know the verse word by word, but I think it was somebody's wife. I'm not going to say because I think it was Job's wife or somebody's wife. She looked back and then she turned into salt. And that's what I always tell myself. Like, I'm constantly like, is this a test? Or is this something I'm supposed to entertain? I think once you walk away from the people that disrespected you, hurt you, threw dirt on your name, said that you was crazy, you know, just made all these things up about you when you was expressing your truth and you was living in your glory. I could never go back to that. I could never go back to them. I could never go. I ain't about to turn into a pillar of salt, you feel me? I ain't about to be looking back, because like I said, the future has been so wonderful. Just life has been great. I feel good, y'all. I feel like that's why I started wearing my hair out. Like, I didn't want to hide like under anything. And then personal information are just certain things about me. Some of the things I do hold to myself. Like, I think throughout this whole thing, what I want people to know is I'm still human. And it's just, I have a light on me, or a platform, or, you know, so my misfortunes and just like how toxic my family is being put into the forefront. But always think, y'all know similar situations, or y'all self have experienced things that you don't want the motherfucking world all in your business. Oh my God, I ain't want to curse. I've been doing good. I don't want to curse. But I don't know. I can't not live in my truth. And I can't change the things that has happened to me, that has hindered me. Man, when I woke up, I think that was Saturday morning, I had took a bath. Like, I had made me like a bath with the, what you call those, the Epsom salt, but like the liquid form. And I just breathed, and I was like, I'm protecting the little girl that was me, who had nobody there, who was alone. I felt like when I finally started standing up for myself and doing what I felt was right to protect me, I felt like I was holding my 10-year-old self hand. I feel like we was walking and facing these battles together. So even though this journey has been stressful, it also has added additional healing to me. Because like I said, I feel like I felt like I was fearing for what was to come. And then when everything kind of just exploded, it was just like, oh, okay. Like, and I prayed a lot. I just was like, God, you know, like, what is it that you want me to do? What is it that you want me to do? And I guess it was like, just do what's right and do what you feel in your heart was best for you. And I think it's so important for women especially to listen to that voice of discernment and follow your heart. And don't go by what you hear, go by what you feel. Because people could lie, people could misconstrue things. I just went by my heart. Like I say in my last video, I just hope my journey and my experience could help somebody else. There's so many people reaching out to me in my DMs. There's so many people in my comments. Y'all, I'm sorry I can't get to everybody or whatever. Like, I'm gonna try or whatever. But this is real life. So I'm still coping and dealing with it too. I be having to turn my phone off, take social media breaks. Because like I said, this is a lot for me to handle, right? Like, I feel like this would be a lot for anybody to kind of experience and go through. But I know I have an autoimmune disease. So it's just a little bit more serious as far as my health and just my mental capacity, right? Like, I just don't want to feel all crazy, and my anxiety just jumps up. But it has been refreshing to kind of share my experience and my story, to say this shit out loud, you know, to hear all this shit. I just hope I'm able to save somebody up, save a family member that have secrets or just experiencing things that the shit is not right. It is not right. Long story short, it took strangers to come into my life for me to know that how I was getting treated wasn't right. Because if you've been going through something your whole entire life, you'll be like, I'm tripping, huh? And then the family around you, nobody, like, people saying little things, but still nobody not really doing nothing. And then you in your head like, fuck, I gotta be tripping. Or maybe I'm not tripping. Maybe I was wrong. You guilt trip yourself into buku shit. And then a stranger come and be like, oh no, sweetheart. Like, this is not, you're not supposed to be treated this way. This is like mental abuse. Like, I'm like, well, damn, I've been saying that. You know, like, I've been saying something that I didn't have the correct terminology. I didn't have the correct diagnosis. I didn't have the correct, you know, I'm not in that profession of like, so I didn't know, y'all, but I knew from my spirit of discernment in my heart, I knew that shit wasn't right. I knew something was wrong. And I encourage everybody to get help. Because I know after this experience, I probably do go seek, I don't really think I need to talk to somebody, but I don't want, you know how people be like, I don't need therapy. I don't mean this in like an arrogant way or like, of course I would love to go sit down and talk to somebody, but I'm not shying away from this and I'm not hiding from it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm kind of just talking to y'all and sharing my experience. And this within itself is super helpful and healing. I would address some of the people in the comments, but like some people are ignorant, and I think some people are still caught up in the matrix of what they've always seen in their life, right? Because you can check the statistics and the stats. Like, a lot of Black people, females, suffer from mental illness and mental disease, and a lot of the shit stems from childhood trauma. I wish I had the stats. I think that maybe in my next video I'm gonna go and do the stats, but there's, you know how many Black women been molested? You know how many Black women been raped? And it's 9 times out of 10, the majority of their cases is they was abused, molested, raped from somebody they knew, somebody that was in their family. So I've been ready to spread awareness about this because, man, working in the schools and in New Orleans schools, that shit was it was so hard for me because it was bringing back my trauma, like seeing some of the shit that the kids was experiencing in the cases. And it just, like, one day I had a really, 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 really bad day at work. I came home like just crying, head was hurting because I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch those kids go through that shit because I knew firsthand what that felt like. I knew firsthand what that experience is like. If you crying out for help, but nobody could hear you. You don't have no voice. So I felt like all of this that I've experienced these last few days is kind of pushing me to be that voice and to be that help. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to be like a savior because, like I said, I'm perfectly imperfect as well. I have flaws too. My story, my testimony, my truth. You can ask me a story 5 times. I'm going to say it the same all 5 times, all 30 times, all 100 times. Because I don't benefit from this outside of like, well, there is no benefits for this. That's the sad reality of it. I'm happy to share with y'all, but fuck, it's no benefit I'm getting from this. Prior to all of this, I was always releasing music. Prior to this, I was always creating content. Prior to this, I've always just been queen. I always just been me. So, bro, I don't know. But I feel like I found my niche on Instagram because I was like, you know, I like makeup. I want to do my makeup and do story time or whatever. But I know people love valuable information and things that could help somebody else, or you could share a story with somebody that's having similar struggles. You feel me? So I found my niche, y'all. So thank you. You know, this experience has showed me like, man, just sit up, talk to this camera and tell people the truth. Tell them your truth. Tell them some of the things that you experience. And I always want to do it in a respectful manner. Because like I said, I don't have malicious intent. My intentions has always been pure. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I just hope to save people. And yeah, man, just living in your truth. There's so much that I could share with y'all. But I want to keep it cute. I want to keep it respectful, but I just know my testimony could help somebody else. And I mean like outside of a church. Because I don't have a church that I go to. I'm not a member of a church. When I was living in Atlanta, there was a church that I frequently went to, and I still watch them via YouTube. And a lot of my spirituality comes from like just praying, talking to God, scripture, like just different things that I run across. But yeah, I was kind of frustrated with my family, and I have been for some years or whatever, because at the beginning of this, they used to always blame me, say I was a disrespectful child, whoop, 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 whoop. Y'all, even if I stood out the way, even if I kind of just, y'all keep in mind, I've been taking care of myself since I was 17. Like, I couldn't wait, y'all. I could not wait to go to college. Like, I just remember taking the ACT, Google time, so I could get Scott scholarship, so I could have money to go to school, because I just knew my home life. Like, I knew how, excuse my French, effed up it was. I knew what I was experiencing and what I was going through, and I knew it wasn't right. And I just I gotta find my escape. And I knew education in school was my escape. And college and all the experience that I went through in college really molded and shaped me into the woman that I am today. Like I said, y'all, I don't look back. I'm looking forward. You can't even comfortably walk backwards. You feel what I'm saying? It's natural. So why would I be looking back or just focusing on the past, bro? I just think, I feel like this is like a marathon. Like a marathon. But you know how people give the baton to the next person, and then the next person once they hit? I feel like mine is more so like test, like, oh, let me say if you learned your lesson from this, and if you got through this, all right, here go your baton or your certificate of completion. All right, next trial and tribulations. Let's see if you really heal, or let's see if you still, holding on to this, or you still upset about this. Okay, you good? You passed this test? All right, next. Because one thing I know, you're going to continue to just go in a karmic cycle. You're just going to keep going around and around and around, and you're going to keep experiencing the same thing, You know how they say to do the same thing looking for different results is insanity? I always thought about that, like thought about things in that mindset too, where I just was like, you know what? I experienced this with this person. Now, this a whole new person. I'm the same being, but this a whole new person. I'm experiencing the same thing with this new person that I let into my life. So, man, I'ma just keep trucking. I'ma just keep trucking, bro. I still have so many goals and so much I want to do in my life. My music, of course. I guess the reason why I won't ever give up, one, that's just not my character. Like, I always been like super determined and motivated, and like, don't tell me I can't do nothing, because I'm gonna prove that I could do it. Like, that's always kind of just been me outside of music. So I feel like if I don't get to the level that I feel like I should be at, I'm gonna feel defeated. And I just can't take that. So I'm gonna just keep on striving. But I feel like all of this is opening the doors for everything that I want, everything that is to come. And I do, again, want to take the time out to thank everybody that has been calling, DMing me, texting me, because like I said, I guess, I'm okay, but this is not the easiest thing to deal with, but I'm okay. I knew something like this would eventually happen in my lifetime. I knew something like this would happen in my lifetime because I've experienced a lot of shit before it was the internet, before it was, all of that. So I'm just excited. I hope that this brings clarity to people, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a parent, but just people around you that don't mean you no good, to get them out of your energy. And misery really do love company. So unknowingly, a person could be going through all of these different things. They're masking it in, but they're still taking it out on you and they don't even know it. So I'm just telling everybody, I just be mindful. And it's not enough to just pray for those people. Sometimes God is telling you, no, remove yourself completely from the situation. You have to. You have to. Are you going to continue to struggle? Are you going to continue to get the last or the short end of the stick? I'm gonna say this. Since I was younger, I know everything is referring back to the little girl in me, but literally, I've been trying to find coping mechanisms to kind of deal with the life that I had. So I journal a lot. So I like literally, before I made this video, I was like, I'm gonna drink my tea. I'm gonna make me some. You see, I'm about to make cinnamon rolls. You see how I'm fucking up my little diet, but make me some cinnamon rolls and I'm gonna journal. Because I be having to talk to myself like, yeah, this is really happening to you, and ask myself, are you okay? Like, how you feeling? Are you good? Like, I try not to call people with my problems because everybody going through something, and I just rather talk to God because God is gonna steer me in the right direction. And sometimes you gotta be patient with God, y'all. Let me tell you, you gotta be patient because you gotta feel when He tell you to move. You feel me? Like, the spiritual world is so real. You gotta feel when He tell you to move, and you gotta move with urgency, quickness. You cannot hesitate. You cannot overthink it. You gotta just move. And that used to be me, y'all. I was a terrible overthinker. Like, oh my God, this don't make sense. So we could do it like, man, I just go with the moves. I just do what I gotta do. So I'm about to journal now. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to share with you guys? But man, living your truth will set you free. And when people live in their truth, you know, you stop hurting other people. You stop hurting other people. I pray that this finds somebody who really, really, really needs it. Especially, like, I'm not even going to just say young girls, just young adults, period, because I'm pretty sure they have men that deal with some of the things that I'm dealing with or whatever. But yeah, y'all. Period. Make sure y'all cop a She Hustle t-shirt. I wish I could kind of stand up and show y'all, but I'm literally just sitting in a high chair. I was trying to get this video to 30 minutes, but I'm like running out of things to talk about. I talked about the truth. I talk about just what I was feeling. And let me say this. To the people that's like laughing at my pain or laughing at what I'm going through, every dog have its day. I kid you not. You could be laughing at somebody and wake up the next day, because that's how quick this shit it'll work, and you would be experiencing not only the same thing but worse. Man, just try to be empathetic. Like I said, we all are adults, so I can't tell nobody how to kind of move and maneuver. I'm just saying, anytime, I'm gonna speak for myself. Anytime I found myself laughing at somebody's pain or laughing at things that they experienced, I found myself dealing with the same shit. So just be mindful, y'all, because just like my family got secret, mental health, all type of shit going on, I know I'm not the only one. I'm just the face of it. This is just my time. It's just happening right now in my life. So like I said, man, treat people with kindness. You don't know what people going through, bro. Like, or what they experience, what they masking. This could be somebody last day, they trying to commit suicide. Like, you just really don't know. So just treat everybody with kindness and respect. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Make sure I got a song dropping. He Love It, He'll Fat. I got a visual coming, so y'all be on the lookout for that. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.